I want to talk about why it's important to designate a beneficiary and how to do that. First of all, it's important to designate a beneficiary for your group life insurance and group accidental death and dismemberment products because in Canada, and I'm recording this video in Ontario, where most of our members are located, if you have a life insurance benefit, but there's no beneficiary, then if you pass away, your money will actually be paid to your estate. However, if you designate a beneficiary, the beneficiary is technically the name of the person or the people who should receive the money instead of it going to estate. This is important for two reasons. Number one, it bypasses probate. Probate is something where you have to pay basically extra fees depending upon where you live when you pass away. Your estate has to go through probate, and that can be expensive depending upon where you live. So number one, it bypasses those probate fees by designating a beneficiary. And number two, it makes your life insurance creditor proof, meaning that if you have creditors, let's say people that you owe money upon your demise, and they're coming after the estate to pay back the money that was owed, well, guess what? If you designate a beneficiary for your life insurance payment, it'll bypass the estate, bypass the creditors, and the money will be paid directly to the beneficiaries. So if you have dependents like children or a spouse or any loved ones, then they are protected from creditors and protected from probate. So let's say that you are hired by your company and you've been given the Beneplan enrollment form. There is a place there where you can put your beneficiary designation. I'm going to show you also where, let's say you've already been enrolled and you want to designate or change a beneficiary now. I'll show you where you can do that on our website. So if you visit beneplan.ca, you can either do Help Center or Forms. So I'm going to click on Forms directly. It's going to take me to the Forms part in our Help Center. And then what you're going to do is scroll and find the beneficiary change form. Click there. And there's online or print. Please try to use the online form if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Go ahead and print it. But online forms help us for two reasons. Number one, the e-signature is a lot more secure, and we can have a time-stamped verified signature showing that, yes, these are in fact the people that need to receive your life insurance money if you pass away. And number two, we get a lot of handwriting still. So handwriting sometimes is very difficult to read. If you're able to please fill out this online form, we'd be really thankful. So here's the beneficiary change form. You can use it for yourself. If you are a partner of the plan member, you can use it as long as you get your plan member, the primary certificate holder, to go ahead and sign it. So here we go, your information, your certificate number, that's the 9-digit benefits certificate number on your drug card. If you're not sure what that is, you can contact your plan administrator, which is typically your HR manager at your company. Here you can add or remove beneficiaries. Please remember to remove beneficiaries. You'd be surprised how many, girlfriends from the 80s are still on our system, and they get changed like 3 days before somebody passes away. So it's a good practice, just maybe once a year, sit down with your family or sit down with your financial advisor and just take a look at who's on your plan and should that be updated. You can go ahead and add the percentage designation. So if you want one person, your spouse, to receive 100%, you can do that. If you have two children, you can do 50-50. You can do 33, 33, 34, completely up to you. Revocable or irrevocable just means, if it's irrevocable, that means that that person cannot be changed. If it's revocable, it means that you could potentially go and change that person later down the road. And then there are trustees. So if you have identified a minor, so if there's a child who's under the legal age 18, then the money actually is recommended to go to a trustee first before it reaches the child. Obviously, if your child is too young to manage their own financial affairs, you want somebody appointed to take care of them. If you don't appoint a trustee, it's just going to take longer to settle the funds. It might have to go through the estate. The executor of the estate might have to get involved. So please go ahead and appoint a trustee that you trust. That's the key. And the contact info, their date of birth. All of this information is really important because of identity. Go ahead and sign and send it in. Now you can either send it to your plan administrator and they'll send it to Beneplan, or you can go ahead and email it directly to admin@beneplan.ca. Thank you for watching.